Hey, I hope this finds you well. When something keeps coming up, I feel called to share it with you. And what keeps coming up right now, this time of year, often happens like this. When the temperature starts to do this roller coaster thing that it does, right, where you bounce between winter weather and then something sort of like spring weather, and something inside is torn between continuing to burrow in for the winter or expand out for the spring. This thing happens in me where I start to feel this internal sense of urgency that surfaces as kind of an indictment in my head, as a judgment in my head, like, you're behind. Catch up. It's not good. Because this time of year, my brain's already struggling a bit. So this urgency starts to emerge, and I feel it like indictment, and I get all judgmental of myself. And for me, and to get specific, it's, well, not specific, but kind of specific. It's coming up for me around career stuff, around stuff with my art. It's coming up with relationship stuff. It's coming up with the resistance and trying to figure out ways to get more involved in ways that will be impactful and empowering and not add to the noise, and blah, 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 on and on. There's an urgency. And it can be information. It can be inspiration. It's not useful as indictment. I think it's sort of like, it's a bit like the voice that emerges in my head with the urgency this time of year. It's like if you've ever seen like an artist interviewed where they're trying to explain something in their writing or something like that, and they'll be like, and they speak a language different than the interviewers. They'll be like, I don't know the word there's no word that directly translates, you know? I think that's what happens in our brains this time of year. When you start to feel that urgency, and other times of the year, when you feel urgency, like something's no longer in alignment, it can land in your head like a judgment, because I don't think your brain has the language nuance available to it to recognize immediately, oh no, this is just information. Think of it like this. Imagine this time of year, if you're like me, you might eat a lot of soup. I do. And if you're making a soup, part of the process of making a soup, just part of the process is you taste it every now and then, right? Ideally with a fresh spoon. And when you taste it, you might go, now it needs salt, right? And then you add salt because you tasted it, you got curious. You went, it's close, but it's not quite, it needs this. You don't go, oh, stupid soup, you suck, you should have salt in you. No, that would be silly. That doesn't make any sense. The only way to know is to try it and know, this isn't right. So this time of year, when you're looking into a new season, it just stands to reason that something would emerge in you that goes, something's not quite right. I want something a little different. And when it comes up urgently, calling you to action yesterday, get curious. Listen for the information. Look for the inspiration that lives in the information. See if that feels a little different. I think you might find it does. That's what's working for me. I hope that serves you. Be good to you. Bye now.